So we are here today. We are meeting again with another episode to understand about the truth of this world, the reality of this world. Let me ask you a question. What is it today? Is it Wednesday? And 20th of May? Is it 20th of May? Or Wednesday? Yeah, maybe. That's the answer. Or whatever the day that you're watching this. That must be the answer that comes to your mind. I know that maybe 20th of June. 25th of July, probably. Who knows? I don't know when that this video is going to be published. But anyway, this is something that my teachers taught me. Every day, each and every day, live that day as the final day of your life. So this is the final day of your life. Why did I say that? Because think of the people who have passed away. They passed away. Did they know that it was the last day of their lives? Did they know that? I'm pretty sure none of them knew that it was the last day of their lives. When you wake up early morning, what is the first thought that comes to your mind? Maybe the workload that you have to fulfill, isn't it? Maybe the kids who are going to the school, or you might remember the assignments that you have to complete, or maybe the quizzes that you have to go through, or the exams that you have to face. Or you might be thinking, how come I going to do this thing, or that maybe the practical class that you have to face. And those who are going to their jobs, you must be thinking about the next project. How am I going to present this project proposal? How am I going to present that project to your new the stakeholders? Thousands of questions must be going in. You must be going through lots and lots of questions in the early morning. Or maybe some of you guys, some of you all, maybe some of you take the phone and go through your news feed. Or maybe the best thing that you do in the morning, as you believe, is to visit the Facebook. Or maybe unlock it and check your Instagram. That's how we start a normal day of our lives, with lots and lots of questions, with your devices. But take a moment, my dear folks, take a moment. None of them who had passed away, who died, they didn't know that it was the last day of their lives. Maybe he or she was getting ready to go to their job. Maybe they were ready to start a new company. Maybe they were ready to go to the school. Maybe they were ready to start the war. Who knows? Because we all have different kind of plans in our lives. And none of us take a moment to think that, what if this is the last moment of our lives? What if, I'm asking you, what if this is the last moment? Or today is the last day or the final day of your life? How would you going to spend the final day of your life? Think of, if yesterday was the final day of your life, would you behave in the way that you behaved if it was the final day of your life? Take a moment. I want you to think with me. Let's do this together. Come along this pathway. I've got a lot of things to show you. I've got a lot of things to share with you. So come along with us. Think about yesterday. If it was the final day of your life, would you be doing the same things that you did it yesterday? Would you do them again? I'm pretty sure there must be at least one thing that you would not do if it was your final day. People don't know about it. People live like they are very solid. They feel very confident. Even I felt very confident about myself. Before I encountered this truth, before I got to listen to my teachers, even I was like you. I had a lot of plans. When I woke up in the morning, I took my phone and I went through maybe the plans that I had to, the things that I had to finish during that day. And sometimes I checked my news feed. That's how I started my day. That's how I used to start my day. But after I was introduced to this new concept or the new philosophy, I have changed my life. I want you to think in a different way. Don't be conventional. Because that everybody who was conventional, they all had to leave this world, leaving everything that they had, leaving everything behind, and they had to leave this world without any hope. Maybe resentment was the only thing. Maybe they were regretful. They were not happy to leave this world. But I want you to leave this world like a king. Okay, again. Why did I tell you that this is, if it is the final day, then, if it is the final day, then maybe you still have the plans. It's okay to have the plans. It's okay to have all the scheduled work. But I'm not asking you to forget them and think, oh, be vigilant. No, not something like that. I'm not asking you to be afraid of that. I'm just asking you, I'm trying to give this message that take this day as the best day of your life. The best day of your life. Why can't we spend it like that? If it is the last day, if today is the final day of your life, would you get angry with someone? Do you think that you'd yell at someone? Or you would stop greeting to someone? Maybe that because you are so busy, you didn't have a time, you don't have a time to greet your colleagues, greet your the relatives, greet your family members. You just get ready and then you have maybe you pack your breakfast and maybe you are having your breakfast while you are traveling to the office or you are traveling to the school or somewhere. Maybe you are that much busy. You didn't have time to greet the ones who you met, who you are going to meet. Maybe you don't have time to do that even. But if it is the last day, if it is the final day, then how would you going to act? Of course, don't forget to greet others. Because everybody who knows, for everyone, this could be the last day, could be the final day. The ones that you meet. So that, what's the point of being upset? What's the point of just focusing only about your work? Try to give something to their life. Try to add a small light, a little bit of color to their lives, so that your last day or the final day won't go in vain. It won't be in vain if you try to give something to the others. If it is the last day, make it very colorful. Who knows? It can be the last day, can be the final day. So try to keep others happy. Give them the fullest that you can. Greet them with your whole heart. Greet them. Because everyone is rushing to something. Everybody is rushing to something. So then, maybe you are the only one who get this message. Maybe you are the only person who's watching this video, probably. So then, be the message. Take the message to the others. You become the person who make others' lives beautiful, who think that if this is the last day or the final day of my life, what would I do? Because there will be one day that is truly your final day. And we don't know when it is. When would that day come? We don't know. So that every day, live every day like the day of your, every day, live like that it is the last day or the final day of your life, so that you would not hurt anyone. You would not yell at anybody. You would not frown at anyone. You wouldn't think of taking more things from the other parties. You would be always in a mindset of giving. What can I do for the others? Rather think about yourself. Rather think about what can I gain from them? What can I gain from that business? What can I gain from that shareholders? What can I gain from that company? Rather than thinking, what would I get if I do this today? What would I get if I do that project? Rather than concentrating about yourself, if it is let's think of that. If this is the final day of your life, you are not going to take anything that you have. Your vehicle, the property, the house you have, the job that you have, the wealth. You are not going to take anything with you. The jewelry that you have, no, you are not going to take anything. So, but then we've been collecting throughout the lifetime, ever since we know, we've been collecting these things because we wanted to reach the pinnacle of our career, probably. Maybe we wanted to achieve the best things that everybody achieve. So that we were trying to make ourselves rich, ourselves wealthy enough to compete with the others, compare with the others. And none of them who left this world, none of them took anything with them. All the wealth they had to leave it aside, and they had to leave this world. So then that's the same thing. We have to face the same thing. We have to undergo the same thing. So then if it is the final day, rather concentrating about ourselves, what if we concentrate about the others? What if we try to give what we have today to make others' lives colorful, to make others' lives vibrant, make others happy? So my dear folks, start your day with this thought. I kind of ask you, if it is possible, start the day with this mindset. That's a very positive mindset. That's a very filled mindset. You are trying to help others. Rather trying to get from them, you are trying to give them. Trying to make others happy. And it would definitely make you happy. What goes around, comes around. That's a universal truth. What you give is what you get, definitely. So always start your day with that mindset. It's a very nice mindset, so that you are always positive. Even though you, let's say that you are meeting someone who you had a conflict yesterday, you two had an argument. Maybe if it is not the final day, you might kind of feel that person as an enemy or someone who's against your views, against your thoughts. But if it is the final day, then why do you want to argue with someone? Why do you want to argue about something if this is the final day that you're going to leave the world and you're going to rest in peace? You're not going to be returned. So then, no arguments, no enemies, no opposite parties, no oppositions. And I'm pretty sure that will be a very nice feeling. very peaceful and colorful, and at the same time very serene. So I invite you all to start your days, whatever it is. Could be the best day of your life as you think. I don't know, but still, live that day as the final day of your life. Make others happy. Try to give the happiness to the others.